In a world where nothing makes sense, listen as Dre and Ron try to do just that. Welcome to Augmented Reality.
Yeah, what's up, Dre?
What's good with you, bro?
Oh man, back at it again. Trying to keep
Yeah.
my
Hey,
mind straight.
before we get into it, man, I just want to say, man, we just sound so professional now. We finally got us a professional intro, all of that stuff, man. So we on our way, bro.
You say that now, but give it 5 minutes and then we won't be
You're right. We're
professional
gonna
no
lose.
more.
Yeah, the wheels gonna fall off. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, well, we got us an interesting show today, man. We got an interesting show lined up today. So let's
Yeah.
get to it, man.
Yeah. Grinding of the gears, man. Um People wasting your time. Uh I've had a couple instances over the last week where I had set up schedules with people like to take care of some business and they give you one time and then next thing you know you look up, it's an hour later, it's oh, I can't do it today, the whole schedule changed. Like, I mean,
Right.
man, it's and
That's life though, man.
I
You know,
know,
you know,
but
sometimes life.
that just gets me though. Like, that's why I don't try to make plans for anything. You know what I'm saying? I live on the whim, you know, because I feel like if I
Right.
schedule something, I'm gonna be there for that. You know, I've cleared my schedule for the whole day for that. So
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you ran across
All
that.
right. Plenty of times, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Life, people have other priorities, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to be petty at that moment, but you know what I'm saying? I chose not to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it
But
happened to me at work too. I scheduled a meeting with a guy.
yeah, for sure.
We had some work we started a year ago, dude. Now my boss breathed it down my neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, we need to set up a
Wow.
meeting to get this taken care of. You know, he was like,
Right.
all right, next day you're in the office, just put something on my calendar. I put it on his calendar.
Man, so did this project come with a due date? Y'all had like an end date when y'all had to get this all situated?
Yes and no. So everything, at my job, everything changes around. You know what I'm saying? It's always moving. So we started it and we realized that we didn't have all the necessary uh, equipment we needed to finish it. And one thing led to another. He got on another project. I started working on my other work, and it just slipped off the grid. But then once it came back up, every
Right.
time it come back up, we try to set up and get it taken care of, but we can't never mesh. So I don't know. That
Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest with you, man, just off the rip, y'all shouldn't have waited a whole year to get that done, man. Y'all should have got that
well,
done
my
off
part
the
was
jump, you
done.
know what I'm saying,
I'm
and
not
then whatever y'all didn't have. Oh, for
I'm
sure,
not
for
pointing
sure, for sure.
fingers.
Got you. You know what I'm saying? It's him not holding up. Well, you just did. You
That's
just
because I'm
did.
petty.
But it's him not holding up his end of the bargain. No, I feel that.
Right.
I feel that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
all right,
I
man.
mean,
Well,
yeah. It's just like, me being a baseball
yeah. So,
umpire, you know what I'm saying? My game is scheduled at this time. I can't be like, oh well, I'll be there at 10 after. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first call I blow,
yeah. Well, I mean,
it's I don't that just grinds my
yeah.
gears, man. Like, everybody's time is precious and
All
everybody
right.
should respect that. So I don't
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, man. Well, without further ado, man, you gotta
know. Yeah.
let's get right into the meat
Yes,
and
sir.
potatoes. So, man, what you got for us
So
this week,
this
man?
week, I think this might actually be multiple weeks because I'm sure we're gonna get some feedback and need additional guests. But yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
yeah, yeah. This is an age old question that everybody has posed to themselves before. Can men and women be just friends? And I don't.
Hmm.
We have a special guest here to share her point of view. We're gonna get to her in a second. I just want to get real quick. What is your thought? Yes, no, maybe, undecided.
Uh, I'm gonna say it's possible to be friends. Um, there are certain situations where men and women can be friends. but honesty has to be upfront. You know, the intentions have to be clear from the jump. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, men and women can be friends. So that's where I stand. But it depends on the
I
situation
I
too.
I, I can see that. I say no.
So
Uh, and we have our guest. We're about to introduce her. It's Natalia. Uh, Natalia, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, hello.
how you doing, Natalia?
My opinion very strong on the matter. I do not believe in relationship between man and a woman as a friends.
Uh,
And why is that?
I unless they are gay, it's impossible. It's always going to be sexual something there. Like it's going to be a thought of sex in past or in a
I kind of
future.
agree with that. Like that's partially my feeling. Like I have female friends, and it's either someone I have slept with or someone I wanted to sleep with, and it either didn't work out or it hasn't. The opportunity hasn't presented itself. You know.
Yeah, yes, it's perfect. Yes. Because majority of girls think, oh, we just friends, and in their friend guy head completely different thoughts
Right.
on the matter. You don't want to have sex with your best friend. You don't. You do, like it's not
But
happening
isn't
in
that
real life. Like would you like to, yeah, would you like to sleep with your best friend which is a guy? No. But if it's a girl and if she's hot, it's different.
Dre? You got something to say?
Yeah. So let me just ask both of you guys a question. So Natalia, right?
Yes.
Do you have any male friends?
No.
Ron, do
I
you have any? Do you have any female friends?
Yes.
No, 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 no. Ron, do you have any female
Oh.
friends
Yes.
that you have not had sex with?
Yes. Yes.
So Natalia, you don't have any male friends that you haven't had sex with?
No, 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 no. I have couple friends, which I'm more friends with a girl in a couple, and guy kind of come along with a friendship. We are friendly. We are not friends.
Got you. Okay. All right. So here's my point, right? Because I have friends that are female that I am not sexually attracted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is a way that you can separate the two. You know, you don't have to have sex with every friend of the opposite sex. You
Why
know,
not?
but it's you, but you have to keep, but you have to be honest up front. You know, if that's not what you, because you can have two different people and they come to the same situation, but they can have two completely different views of the situation. One of us could be like, yo, I'm trying to smash. The other one could be like, yo, I just want a friend. You know what I'm saying? It can happen like that. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that you can be friends in the
I,
opposite sex, of the
I'm not
opposite
saying.
sex.
But
Go
like
ahead.
that's question. What do you call friend?
What do you mean?
What's your
What do you
definition of
call
friend?
friend in general?
Like
Yes. What?
somebody that I can call, somebody that I could talk to, you know, have fun with, you know, just shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hey, what's going on with you? How you doing? You know, all right, for sure. How's the family? You know, I mean, it's you can have friends like that. You know,
But
I don't know.
for me, definition of friend is who you spend your time together. Like
Okay,
my friend is Anna, and I can invite her over. We can drink bottle of wine, watch movie, be under the same blanket, and nothing sexual gonna be there. I cannot say if I call guy and invite him to do the same thing, it's gonna be the same.
well, I mean, just based off your example, if you invite a guy over and y'all drinking and y'all up under the same blanket, and I mean, I don't know. To be honest
But
with
I
you, I
can
think
do this
there's an
with friends.
underlying tone.
I think
I don't know. I think there's an underlying tone there that is okay. Well, he's thinking like, okay, well, damn, she's into me, and you're thinking like, okay, I just want to watch a movie.
right.
There, you have to be honest. In that moment, you get him his own blanket. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that blanket isn't the only blanket in the house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now it's different because I mean, even in your example here in 2019, you can get signals crossed with two females. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationship that you're having with your best friend Anna, that's the same relationship my wife has with her best friend Tasha. You know what I'm saying? Tasha can come over and they can sit up under the same blanket and they can be cool. You know what I'm saying? Now me, I can't call up one of my homeboys. He come over and we sit up under the same blanket and it'd be cool. Cause I mean, to be honest with you, that just
Hey, I'm
That's
never
a
that
girl
it's
cold where
thing.
I'm gonna be under a blanket
yeah,
with you, dude.
that's a girl.
It's never that cold. Sorry.
Well, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if it's freezing cold, bro.
Right.
You gonna get your own
So
blanket. You know what I'm saying? We gonna sit at opposite ends of the couch. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact,
right,
we
you
might
might
not even
sit in
sit
the
on the
other
same
room.
couch, bro. You
I
go.
don't
All
trust you,
right,
dude.
I'm gonna. Hold up, man. Hold up.
Stop being
Hold
petty.
up, bro.
So no,
You tripping?
I got two comments. One is I kind of agree with you, but I believe part of the problem is the circumstances under which you meet this person, right? Like, I think that's
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
thing. Like a lot of time, women. I've in my experience, I've known women to be more willing to be friends with a guy than a guy to be with a woman. They can make it strictly platonic. Whereas a man, if I meet a woman, I don't want to hang out with you unless I'm trying to smash. You know, like
Well, I mean,
Yes. Yes. And it's really hard to tell for a woman because she's not looking into it at the beginning. Uh, why every single successful relationship out there they always saying, "Oh,
right. I
we're
was gonna
best
make that
friends
point. I was gonna make that
to
point. Like
begin with."
everyone, all these therapists and relationship experts, I'm not gonna say all. Most always say you want the person to be your best friend, your partner to be your best friend. So that was actually the point I was leading
Yes.
to is if you develop this friendship, the fact that you know each other might lead you to develop more than just friend feelings. But in my experience, a lot of times women like to put the man in a friend zone, which he's never going to get out, you know. And
not true.
But those marriages are proving point that women put them in friend zone, they somehow managed to get out because to begin with, woman did not look at him as a man, she looked at him as a friend.
I mean, I agree, but
Okay.
And the same time, like guy was actually guy's thoughts on the process was completely different. They calling friendship from woman point of view, not from man point of view. All that time he wanted to be more than just a friend.
Well,
Maybe.
yeah, but that goes back to what Ron was saying about being friend zoned. You know, 9 times out of 10, a man will be friend zoned before a man will be friend zoned by a woman than a man friend zoning a woman. I mean, there are cases where a man like I friend zoned pretty like, yo, hey, nah, I'm married, we good. I just want to be friends, saying shit like that. But the thing is like there was a question that I had, right? I'm trying to remember it, but I want to say this first, and hopefully I get back on track with my question. So, Natalia,
Yes.
you don't have any coworkers like of the opposite sex that you're like cool with, that you talk with on the phone, that what I'm
Cool
saying,
with
you can go
a
out to drinks
lot
with.
of guys, but I never can really truly call them my friends.
And why is that?
Because I'm very specific about what I can tell them, what information about myself. I filter a lot with guy friends, where with female friends is completely different. I can be actually myself.
Hmm.
I don't know. Is it?
Okay, so all right, so what we have, right?
Mhm.
We have different levels of friendship, right? You have your acquaintances, you have your
Yes.
coworkers who are friends, and you have your friends. You know what I'm saying? So
Best
we have,
friends.
and then you have your best friends, right?
Mhm.
So the level of information that you give it to each level of friends is going to be different. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it's like, okay, I got these coworkers. They're of the opposite sex. I can invite them out for drinks, and nothing goes down. Those are the friends that you don't invite to your house, right?
Yes.
And then you have your friends who
You
you
can come
can
in
invite to
without
your house,
invitation.
right? So just because you can't invite them to your house and sit under the same blanket doesn't mean that you aren't friends. It just means that that level of friendship isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't feel comfortable with inviting those type of friends over because you don't want it to take it to the next level, or you don't want intentions to or signals to get crossed where they coming over and they be like, man, got a pocket full of condoms, you know? So I kind of understand what you're saying.
Where my definition of friends should be more clear, because we're starting to call friend anybody we are
That's a good
friendly
point.
with. Anybody not enemy is basically we're calling a friend, but
That's a good
is it
point.
really your
So I
friend?
got another question for you, Natalia. You're married, right? Does your husband does your husband have female
Yeah.
friends?
Yes. He used to have
Okay.
before we got married. Not anymore.
Is that because he chose to end those friendships, or you told him that you weren't comfortable with him being friends
Somehow
of the opposite sex?
no, he did not choose it, but somehow over time those relationships faded by
Okay.
themselves naturally,
Hmm.
because he was with me and he didn't have time maybe. um I have no idea, maybe I should ask him, but they just faded away completely. And then we talked about my point of view on that, and he actually agreed that he never been
I like your
friends
husband.
with ugly girls.
Well, I mean, you can be friends with unattractive girls and not be, you know, sexually attracted to them. You know, I mean, you can have cute friends and
So
not want to go past friendship. You know, so that's I don't
I,
know.
I was
Natalia, is your
actually
husband available?
wondering.
Because
I was wondering too,
I would
yeah,
love to get
because
his point of
first
view
thing
on
that
this.
popped in my mind is, did those friendships fade away because his availability for them faded away? Like, that's my biggest problem with men and women being friends,
Right.
is
I
the fact that
I think so.
sometimes women take advantage of that friendship. You know, they know a guy is into them, they consider them a friend, and they use that to their advantage to get things taken care of, or help them out in situations. I got a phrase for that I've used before. I say it's doing the boyfriend duty without getting the
Yes.
boyfriend booty. So that might that might be why those relationships kind of faded apart, and it sucks, but you know I'm that's my thought process on it.
Right. So I mean, Natalia, I would love for your husband to be able to jump on and he give us his point of view, just because I mean, I would love to hear the opposite side of this.
So Dre,
You know what I'm
does your
saying?
wife
Like
Absolutely.
have male
where he
friends?
stands and how he feels about it.
Um,
Oh yeah, she does. And some of them, if it gets a little where it's like, hold on, no, that shit wasn't cool, then I'll say something. Like, nah, that ain't how, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not cool with this. And but that's when you have to be honest up front. You know what I'm saying? You have to express your intentions because, I mean, not every dude that's going to be a friend to a female is going to be like, oh, I just want to be friends. No, dudes is out here to try to smash. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he's a single dude and they're friends and it's like, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but she could be friends with a single dude, but the intentions have to be clear from the jump. You know what I'm saying? It has to be okay. Well, look, I'm in a relationship. This is going nowhere. I'm letting you know now. This is going nowhere, and we're just friends. And if he still wants a friendship after that, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? But he has to know up front the
So I have
parameters of the
another question.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? And
So
I
for
think it's
both of
vice
you,
versa. The
Natalia
dude has to
first.
tell what's up.
If you're a friend, well, you don't believe in the friendship between men and women, but say one of your friends is close friends with someone, and they've seen the problems they had dealing with relationships, and you realize like everything you're looking for is right there in that friend, but they don't want to take advantage of that out of fear of losing that friendship. Like that's mhm.
Actually, Um, to many girls who I talk to, I always say, stop looking for that perfect guy. He probably already right next to you. Look into your friends very, very closely. If that guy coming to your house and helping with your leaking sink at 2 o'clock in the morning and he jumping right to your door and helping you and not asking for anything, and you call that friendship, you blonde. He really
Wait,
won that
wait, hold on,
relationship.
Natalia.
Both.
Hold on.
I knew both was coming
Did you
out.
say she was blonde
Natalia,
or did you
you
say
are
she was
our
blonde?
favorite guest. Yes,
Both.
because you say it like you mean it. I love that. Like, I agree with you 100%. Like, at what point, how many failed situations do you have to go through until you realize that, uh, what, like you said, what you're looking for is actually right there. Like, why not give it a shot? And if your friendship is strong enough, then it should survive anything. It's a conundrum because someone in the friendship might say it'll ruin our friendship, but the other person that has feelings might say, well, it still is ruining our friendship because we haven't explored the possibility of this being more. So it's a catch 22.
How is it like, how is it gonna ruin it? Like, what's there
Exactly.
gonna be so
Exactly.
bad because all you adding to it is sex?
And and sometimes sex can
What's
ruin a
so bad
friendship.
is gonna be there? Like, tell him what you
I
like.
agree
If he thinks
100%.
you, tell him what you just
I
like. What's
agree
gonna be happening there?
120%. Like, all it is, that's the only thing missing. Like, I have female friends that I've gone out with, and everywhere we go, everyone assumes that we're dating because of the way we
Yes.
interact. And it's like,
And 9 times out of 10, you've never had uh anything go past friendship levels.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Right.
But our chemistry and our interactions say otherwise. And people are always perplexed, like, well, why aren't you two dating? You both are single. You both, like, those are questions
Right.
that are hard to answer, but that's just one man's point of view. Dre, you said you remembered your thought from earlier?
Yes. All right. So it's going back to, the best friends conversation that we were having. So, how what you said was, sometimes when you're married, you say therapist, they say that you should be marrying your best friend, stuff like that. Well, it's very rare that you're friends before you get married. You know what I'm saying? Usually you meet first, you come to you're courting the other person and you get into a relationship and then you over time you become best friends. It's very rare. As a matter of fact, I only know one relationship that I can think of off the top of my head where they were actually friends first. um and that's David and Lil Sis Kayla. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only relationship that I'm
but
off the top of my head that I'm aware
but
of that they were friends
like
first.
everything in our culture, shouldn't that be the case? Like we do things backwards as humans. Like everything is backwards.
No, I mean, nah,
Uh,
I don't think it should
let
be the case, and I say it shouldn't be the case because you're courting
okay.
someone. So when you start courting someone and you want to establish a relationship with that person, a friendship is not what you think of first. You think of, oh man, I really want to date this person. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's how,
I had to
I don't know.
interject on
I
that.
think
I
that
disagree with that because
okay,
here's my thing. And I used to use this as my way of sleeping with a woman quickly is because if you think about the
hmm
courting process, a man is going to tell a woman everything he thinks she wants to hear in order to sleep with her.
yep,
So until that interaction happens,
true.
what if that's like a woman might say, "Oh, I make a guy wait 2 months before I have sex with him." That's asinine because for 2 months he could
Mhm.
be feeding you BS. And soon as the deed is done, now the real person come out. And if you've invested time, energy, and feelings into this person to find out right away that he was an asshole in the beginning. Like that's why it should be the opposite.
That's but that so let's be completely honest, and I know we're getting a little bit off kilter here, but let's be completely honest. Women know that they want to fuck a dude from the first day they meet a dude.
But that's usually a wrong
Yeah,
dude.
Exactly.
well, most women go for Mr. Right Now. We live in the microwave era.
I think
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
like
It's Mr. Right Now and not Mr. Right.
Ron said, everything backwards. I don't think everything backwards now. I think personally, men and women just don't understand language they speaking, and once girl start understanding what guy mean when he want to be a friend, when he like proposing dating, and that what he's saying to begin with is bullshit usually, and I agree with that.
So all right, so let me ask you a question,
Yes.
Natalia. You and your husband, when you first met, were you guys friends first? Or you just he just courted you?
No, never been friends. It started very, very sexual.
Right. So from the jump, you knew like, oh, I'm well, what the hell, Ron? So from the jump, you knew like, oh, this dude is a possible husband material.
No, I did not want him as a husband, to be honest. I want to just date and have fun. I had no idea that he gonna propose me, because once I let go of ideas that I need husband, and I was just there to meet people and have fun and live full life, opportunity come like right in. But when I was looking for it, and it never
So I
happened.
gotta.
So basically, what you're
Mhm.
saying is when you were hold on, Ron. So basically, what you're saying is that when you were looking for a husband, it never happened. But
Yes.
when you stopped looking for it, it did happen. How long was it? How long were you and your husband dating before he actually popped the question to you?
3 months.
Mm, okay,
And
Ron, what's
we
up?
married for almost 9 years.
Nice.
Have 2 kids.
So my question was, prior to you getting married,
Okay.
was there any guys that you hung out with that were cool and there was nothing sexual happening that had they made their move on you directly?
I was very faithful in
Mhm.
all relationship I've been, which was like two before my husband. It was like 5 years, so I never cheated on my boyfriends. So any guy who proposed to me kinda was thrown away in the friendship zone right away. It was nice guys who was admirers, I guess. I can't call them friends. They were nice, but
So
yeah,
if
nothing
they were nice
happened.
guys, why were they put into the friendship zone? Was it just simply because you were already involved with someone else, or
I think so. I think they were just waiting. Oh, what if relationship gonna break up? Then I gonna step in. I
right?
think that was
Okay,
the case.
and it didn't. their timing was off. So
Not timing. I was not ready. I was not interested. It was like my own issues. Maybe they were right people. I was not ready for a relationship, as I understand. I was trying to make something what I was not ready for.
I got you. That
And once I let
Now,
go of
just
idea, it
just
happened
just to-
basically.
so now I have seen situations where friends, end up having a sexual relationship after, but not really a relationship because of it was a complicated situation, and and if I go into
I'll
it
give
any
an
further, it'll
example.
be a
All
whole
right, all
nother
right.
hour
Right.
of either
I'll
us
give an
being
example.
petty as hell
I've
or
had
laughing.
a friend that we were friends for a while. Nothing. It was straight platonic at first, and she was out of state for a few years, and she moved back to Chicago. And it came up. She was like, "Hey, I'm horny. I haven't had a chance to meet anybody. I trust you. Uh, what you doing Saturday night?" You know what I'm saying? Basically, and you know, we remained friends after that. It was like a one-time thing. We realized that that's not our.
But that's
Go ahead.
but that's because right. And it happened like that because she was up front. I haven't met anyone. I have needs. What are you doing Saturday night? She didn't go to a friend that she knew was in a relationship. She went to a friend that was single. You know what I'm saying? So she hit up a single friend and she set the parameters from the jump. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know what I'm saying? You need to have the communication from the jump. It needs to be said from the jump. If this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. Look,
Right.
I'm not looking for this, so don't ask me for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking. This is what I'm looking for. If you can't give me this type of friendship, then I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hey, look, miss me with that.
I've had a couple other
I'm not in
friends
a
where
situation. I mean, some.
we've messed around in the beginning
I
because in
think,
the beginning it started off as I was trying to court the person, it got sexual, didn't work out relationship wise because I wasn't ready to settle down. We stayed friends. We messed around when they were in between relationships or something, and we're still friends. You know, like it's I don't know. I think we complicate things more than it needs to be. Like, why not explore every option possible? Because you never know. Like Natalia said earlier, the right person might be right there under your nose, and you're not giving it a chance. Like, I don't know. Because obviously you're friends for a reason. You guys have things in common. You share similar interests. You get along well. The only thing missing is sex, and I think that's the biggest problem. Is that people aren't comfortable in their sexuality. Like, if I said it on a previous episode and you didn't believe me that I told a girl that I wasn't attracted to her after I had sex with her. Like, it's all about being honest. It was not immediate, dude. You keep
but
saying
you
immediate.
told her immediately after you had sex with her. Like it wasn't days. It wasn't days
No,
later.
it
It was
wasn't like
immediately.
that,
Y'all
dude. It
still in the
was
same
like
bed,
maybe the next
and you
morning
like,
during a follow
nah,
up
I'm good.
conversation. No.
You bogus.
See, you
Girl,
always make it sound
as
worse
she's
than what it
crawling
was.
out of your bed.
You know what?
Wow.
That's why I'll talk to you.
So I mean, but even going back to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's like a
Yes.
friendship with benefits thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, okay, we're friends, but we're gonna
But
do this from time
really,
to time. You know what I'm
friends,
saying?
come
But
on.
that's
If
but the,
if your guy friend right there, why don't use him for sex? Oh, let's hit it off real quick. I like need to go to work. I really didn't have sex for a long time. Oh yeah, dude, sure. Let's do it
Yes.
real quick. Does
It,
does that ever happen? Yeah, if you're
yes.
gay. But no, like, because women looking different from
so you
relationship
saying
or
friends with
even
benefits
friendship.
doesn't work as well?
but it all
It does work, but I think it's ruining girls.
Right. How so?
please elucidate.
Because they, I don't know, like, do you want really every girl out there be freely sleeping with every possible guy when she's horny? Do you
But
want to marry a girl like that
the
in the future?
that's where the friend comes in. If you're friends with somebody and you're both horny, why not just, hey, it's another thing.
Yeah, but then she has like five friends, not just you.
So so I do
But
have a
then
question.
you're gonna become
So Natalia,
man and a wife, and all of a sudden she's gonna have a guy friend, and what are you gonna think about that?
so what you're explaining to me is a um it's been going on forever. It's called the double standard, right? Let's say your husband had he slept with 30 girls before he proposed to get married to you. Would you be fine with being married to him?
Oh, it's probably was more.
So you're fine with your wow, wait, so wait. You so let
So
me
fun.
so let me take this back. So you believe that your husband slept with more than 30 women and you're okay with that?
Oh, way more than 30. Wait, he's very attractive
Okay,
guy.
so you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm totally
So
fine
but
with that.
you are not okay, or you think that society isn't okay with a woman sleeping with more than 30 guys and getting married, you know, eventually.
Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes, society is not okay. Women are okay with it. Men are
No,
not okay
do
with it.
you is that factual information? Because I think society as a whole isn't okay with that.
Because I don't see anybody calling sluts to guys.
Hmm.
No, he's cool dude. He's a bro. He's like parading it and like fireworks in
Do you
the air when he's bragging about it, and when women bragging about it. That's
Yeah, so do
fishy
you think
one.
that your husband would have married you if you slept with over 30 guys?
I don't think he cared about it at that moment.
So you're pretty much what you just said is just is not for every dude. Not every dude thinks like that. Because if he thought
He don't want to. He don't want to talk or think about it, but I don't think he would care. It's not something you really discuss, like how many people you sleep with before. I know, it's like I don't like the question in couples. They starting to like, oh, what's your number? Who cares about what's number before? What is important is number
so you
after.
think that your husband slept with over 30 women, but you don't want to ask him?
No,
I think the exact answer was well over 30.
Okay. All right.
well over.
Okay. So but you don't want to ask him. Okay. I mean that's fine. But I don't think that
I no, I don't like what it's not gonna change anything if I ask him.
Right. So, all right,
right.
here's a follow up question. So, if you are friends with someone and you do end up having sex with them, the fact that you were friends first, there's some level of respect there. So, I don't think that they're going to besmirch your name or, call you a slut afterwards. Like, if it doesn't work out on a relationship on a long term basis. Like, I don't
Agree.
know.
Totally
So
agree.
so hold on. I do have a
I totally
I'm
agree.
stuck on this one. So Natalia, okay, you said earlier that your husband had friends before you were married, and when you got married, eventually
Yeah.
those friendships went away, and now you say that he slept over you believes that he slept with well over 30 women. Do you believe that some of those women that he slept with were his friends?
No. We talked about it. He said no, but he it's always worth something there, maybe a thought about it in the future. You know, like you putting a files in a cabinet, just like, oh, maybe one day.
So that's my spare tire theory. Just in case of a flat, I got the
Yes.
spare tire. I got you.
Yeah.
So I got a question. So would you suggest to women to explore that option of just loosening up and having sex with their friends if they're in the mood?
Not just having sex with a friend, but look into those relationship closer and realize that it might be a possibility of something more than just a friendship. Don't just go around and sleep with every friend you have. Look closer to people who are next to you.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. Um, I agree with that wholeheartedly because it's not you're not saying just run out here, and I'm not getting on women that like to be promiscuous. If that's your thing, hey, as long as you protect yourself and that's you're okay with it, and you're not being taken advantage of or being manipulated, hey, fine. I just think that more women need to have that be more open with their sexuality in that sense, and stop putting men in the friend zone. That's my biggest thing. That's my grinding gears every day. Stop friend zoning guys. Boyfriend duty, give them the boyfriend booty.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well,
Yeah, or just plain say, if you cannot be your boyfriend, don't be anything. But would guys agree to be nothing compared to be a friend to the girls they really like? Like you, for example, you really like the girl, you want to be next to her, but she is not, she like me. She don't believe in friendship between man and a woman, and she's telling you, no, we are not going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Would you be okay just not be there at all? Or would you like to
At some
be a
point, you
friend zone?
wake up
well,
and you decide, like, hey, is this friendship worth that? Like, if it's never going anywhere further, and I feel like being taken advantage of, you got to put an end
But
to it. It'll be hard, but you got to do it.
but right from get-go, if she's saying no, not like past time when you're already in a friend zone, but what she's not giving you option of friend zone, would
I,
you be
I
fine
would, because
with
that goes
that?
back to what Dre said earlier, where if you're upfront and honest in the beginning, like, hey, you're a cool person. I know we just met through mutual friends, and uh, uh I know we met through mutual friends, and I there will never be a chance of us being anything more than friends. Then the guy has the option at that point to decide. If that's said in the beginning, then that's fine. But if it's not said in the beginning, then I think that the woman is at fault.
all right. Well, I think that's about all the time we have, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Natalia, thank you. Appreciate you
Yeah,
for coming on the
No,
show,
yeah,
that was fun.
having a conversation with us.
Thank
yeah. I'm pretty sure that once we get this out in the open, there will be a lot of conversation about it, and you might be invited back
Yeah, but
for a follow
next
Okay.
up
time,
episode
I would love to have your
because I'm
husband on.
sure there's.
Oh,
Oh, definitely.
maybe.
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us again. Go ahead. All right. So, Dre, have you learned anything from this? You got some imbecilic lucidity to spread with us? Mine would be, A, don't get put in the friend zone. Just come right at it in the beginning and see where it goes. Uh,
Um, I
you
mean,
got
it's
anything,
just
Dre?
about being open up front. You know what I'm saying? Being honest up front. Hey, look, I just want to be a friend. I don't want to take this any further. Um, it's just having that open line of communication. knowing what the friendship will consist of, knowing what it won't consist of, and if the other party isn't with that, then they can leave. You know what I'm saying? And there's no harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? So and if they are, I mean, but some people, they have the patience of Job, and they can just wait in the wings until it's that time to strike, and then they strike. I mean, but it's very rare for people to be friends first and then move into a relationship. Like I said, I only know one off the top of my head where they were friends first. So I guess in conclusion, man.
One day, she will run over a nail in the middle of the street, and that spare
You
tire will
crazy.
be needed.
But I think in conclusion, man, that, you know what I'm saying, I honestly believe that men and women can be friends. You have to have that open line of communication, and you have to know what the
Yeah,
parameters of the relationship are from the, you know what I'm saying? You can't go in and be wishy-washy about it. You have to be honest up front.
I
Yeah, of
just
course you
agree
do.
with Natalia. Women, give it
Both of
up. If he coming over at 2 in and change your light bulb,
First
god
off,
damn it,
first
be in
off,
some lingerie.
first off, if
On
you
that
need
note,
him to come over at 2 a.m, there should be no question of giving it up. You are giving it up, especially if he coming over to change your light bulb. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? There are ulterior motives there. So, all right, man.
exactly,
I mean, I think that this was cool little conversation.
man.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure, brother.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Until the next time.
You've been listening to Dre and Ron's Augmented Reality.